20 years ago, a princess hid a letter. No one in the entire kingdom knew about it. Not the guards, not the ministers, not even the royal family. Her name was Eleanor. She lived in the magnificent palace of Eldoria. The palace stood on a tall hill above the kingdom. Its golden towers could be seen from miles away. Inside the palace were hundreds of rooms. Marble halls, grand staircases, crystal chandeliers, and endless royal traditions. But despite all the luxury, Princess Eleanor often felt lonely. Her life was controlled by rules. Royal rules, court rules, traditions older than the kingdom itself. Every day she was reminded of one thing: a princess must live for the crown, not for herself. But Eleanor secretly dreamed about something else. She dreamed about freedom. She dreamed about walking through the city like an ordinary person, talking to strangers, hearing real stories, feeling real life. One evening, the kingdom celebrated its grandest festival of the year. Lanterns filled the streets. Music echoed through every corner of the city. Dancers performed in the squares, and thousands of people celebrated together. From the palace balcony, the royal family watched the festival, but Eleanor's eyes were not on the performance. They were on the city below, the glowing lanterns, the laughing people, the freedom she had never felt. That night she made a decision that would change her life forever. She quietly slipped away from the palace, disguised in simple clothes. No crown, no royal dress, no guards. For the first time in her life, she walked through the city as an ordinary girl. The experience felt magical. She walked through the lantern-lit streets. She listened to musicians. She watched storytellers. She tasted food from street vendors. And she laughed with strangers. For the first time, she felt alive. And then she met him. His name was Daniel. Daniel was a traveler, a storyteller who wandered across kingdoms collecting stories from the people he met. He carried a worn notebook filled with tales from distant lands. When Daniel spoke to Eleanor, he had no idea she was a princess. He simply saw a curious young girl. They began talking, first about the festival, then about travel, then about dreams. Hours passed without them even noticing. Daniel told her stories about deserts, mountains, and distant kingdoms. Eleanor listened with wide eyes. The world suddenly felt much bigger than the palace walls. For the first time in her life, she felt truly understood. Subscribe to join our royal family.